So recently published video was, Lisa going to Anne's house. We were driving, and yeah, the question was, well, observation by Glenn, that that there aren't many videos of Lisa in a car. So let's walk and talk about this situation. So, I don't have a car. Never wanted a car. Never basically needed a car. Because living in capital, bus lines are pretty good, let's say. And if I'm needing a quick transport, there are plenty of taxis. So this is why I never, let's say, needed a car, because everywhere that I went, basically all my schools, well, all my faculties where I was studying or I work, they had a direct line, or sort of direct line, from our house, our nearest bus station. Okay, the furthest one was the Faculty of Theology, so I had to walk, I don't think, 500 meters or less than kilometer from one station, from the nearest station to there. So yeah, plus there was always problem regarding space around the house, where to park it. If you park it there, then people cannot drive in, and if you park there and people want to go out, then everyone has to move their car, and yada yada yada. So this is also one of the reasons. Yeah, I was never a car guy. So this is, let's say, the main reason why Lisa and I don't go for car rides. But occasionally we join with mom when she goes to Anne's house, or one time we went to Bled. Of course, mom goes around, or we have gone to what? Prekmurje. So yeah, of course, mom goes around more than me, due to owning the car, having also more how you would say that, more social life than I do. Because a lot of times, a lot of weekends when she goes, I'm working on some job project. Like this coming Saturday I will have another interview to do, because the person doesn't have any other spare time during the week, so I might have to accommodate that. Or I have just some other things to do, some mine own projects, like writing articles and so forth. And that usually means that Lisa stays at home with me, pridna. And yeah, but yeah, if you're wondering if I have a driving license, yeah, I do. Okay, I can explain how the, let's say, procedure was, how to get a driving license here in Slovenia. So there are some novelties to there were some novelties. They are now quite set. But yeah, so in my days, so that would be 20 years ago, you could start to attend driving school before you turned 18. The first actually step that you had to complete was pass the first 8 education and test. So yeah, and usually driving schools here in Slovenia, actually, where they where they teach you how to drive, prepare you, everything for the state or national tests. You have written and practical. Liza, fuj, no. There are a lot of rats around here. We have noticed several rats around the house, at least 3. So yeah. A lot of these driving schools here in Slovenia are organized as some, of course, as companies, but some as societies, and they provide driving instructions. So of course they have to have a competent, licensed teachers. And yeah, so in my case, so at the time I was in the final year of gymnasium, so let's say senior, you would call that. And the nearest driving school to our gymnasium had basically understanding with our school. So basically, if let's say the whole class attended their driving school, we would got a discount, plus additional benefit. It was that you could pay the instructions and so forth. Basically they organized everything, and then you could pay also through the school. So every month you get a bill from the school to pay for different expenses, and basically you could pay the driving school through the gymnasium. So of course, then driving school, of course our class took this opportunity, and we basically went. First thing, as I said, you had to pass first aid class. So this was organized by the driving school, pretty easy, and it was conducted by a Red Cross volunteer. I think she was a nurse by occupation, but she also was let's say teacher of first aid. So yeah, you had to complete that. So there were several classes. I don't know how long. Then you had a written exam, and then you have practical exam. I remember that at that time, when we had the practical exam, my leg was in the cast. So I really don't remember was it my dislocated knee or just dislocated ankle. But it doesn't matter, because I had a cast on, and when it was time for Kaj je? Ja, pridna. No, dej, kaj? Bomo valjali. Kaj zdaj, Lizi? Kaj gledamo? She's watching. Ok. No, pejmo. Premikamo se. So when the time came for the the time came for the practical exam, I couldn't get on the floor, to perform the CPR on the training doll, mannequin or whatever you call it. Nati, pridi, tukaj, pejmo. But so yeah, when she saw that I have a cast on, she realized what was the problem. Basically, she said, just tell me and point me what you would do. And sorry. Basically, then so you passed. I finally untangled her, and she's already back on the snow. Pridno. Ja, ti si taka tečkica. Ti si taka vesela tečkica. And she wants treats. So yeah, then the next step is to take the third time is to take on the fourth time. She cannot get enough. She's completely immersing herself in the sand. Ja, gremo. Ajde, stani. No, pridi, Lizi, gremo. Aj, tečkica moja. Bribes. Pridi. Eko. Ok, greva. The fifth time. Ass up, head down. Joj, kakšna uživancija. No, pridi, ok. I think we are done now. Pridi, peva. Yeah, of course we have more snow there. So yeah, the next step, it was, theoretical knowledge about driving. So driving school provided, lectures. You had, I don't know, different things that you had to know, from science, laws and so forth, and then of course you have theoretical, how to navigate in the traffic and so forth, and yada. So yeah, then I think then you had to pass. So the driving school themselves, they have their own. Well, I think it's nationally regulated, but they administered the test themselves. So there is no, let's say, outside supervision. So yeah, when you pass this, then you can start with actual driving lessons, behind, in the vehicle behind it. Yeah, no. Behind the wheel, driving wheel. So yeah, okay. And then you have, and this is, yoy. And this is of course also regulated. So there are, I think there were, in my time there were 16 different subjects or hours, let's say, that you had to complete. So you know, from how to start the car, how to check the mirrors, how to set, you know, how to set the mirrors, how to set what are the car seat, how to, you know, placement of the hands and so forth, through you know different situational awareness on the road and so forth. You know, there was plus, you know, there was like 1 hour was mandatory to drive during the night and so forth. Okay, then when you have completed, well, and you know, you have basically Lizzie Tuki. Oh, where she's going, I have to squeeze here. So you know, then you basically, depending on your schedule and the schedule of the, okay, number 2, we will continue on.